Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today is a special Outhouse review, dedicating this one to James the Junkyard Fox. He's had a pretty terrible injury at work. He had cut his wrist and he's got nerve damage. The accident happened at his place of work, and like everybody, if you would please go to James's channel, and if you want to help him out, just watch all the videos you can, leave a quick comment. That'll help his channel out a lot. Just the way the algorithm works on YouTube, that'll help get him some income because he doesn't have health insurance. Right now, he's kind of battling with work comp. And he has to, like a lot of us, have a full-time job to make ends meet. So if anybody wants to help James, all you have to do is just simply go to his channel. Maybe if he's got playlists, plug your phone into power, turn on a playlist, just let the videos play through, give him some views. And so with that, today we are going to do an Outhouse review on the Victorinox one-handed trekker. This is purportedly one of James's all-time favorite knives. I believe he had this at the near, if not the very beginning of his channel. So in honor of James, I hope you heal fast, brother. We're all praying for you here. But this one's for you, James. So thanks for the inspiration, and thanks for your work and dedication on YouTube, buddy. All right, everyone, this is the Victorinox one-handed trekker. It's a pretty good knife. Real quick, we'll go over the tools. On the very back end here, I have a nice 3D Phillips head screwdriver. And one of the bread and butter of Swiss Army knife is a really nice awl. Very well made. Good and sharp. And of course, we're going to have our, we'll get you in the focus here. We're going to have our plastic toothpick. And we have our tweezers. Now, getting into the main body of the knife, a combination tool. That's a bottle cap lifter, flathead screwdriver, wire stripper. Boop, boop, boop. I forgot that actually is a locking tool on that knife. All right, we have our can opener and a very small flathead screwdriver. And we got a fairly generous saw, which is one of the nicest features of having one of these. That saw's pretty decent, cuts very well, and it's definitely nice to have that for wood processing. Just its size, you can actually do a good little bit with that guy. And last but certainly not least is the blade. Now this is a combo blade. We have a chisel ground straight edge here, the first bit of it, and then we have the rest is serrated. And this also is a liner locking blade. It's opposite too. This actually, you to unlock this one, you go opposite way to close that blade. All right, with that, let's break out a little bit of wood here and start processing some wood so you guys can see this thing in action. Hey guys, we'll do our standard here starting out first. Let's get us a little feather sticker rolling. Now, no, not to have any misrepresentation of the ability of the knife. I mean, it's really sharp. And mind you, this is just, I'm not used to using a chisel ground edge, so don't let any of my poor performance make the knife itself look bad, because it's just not something I'm quite used to dealing with. So some of these cuts I'm making are not the prettiest. However, as you can see how easy the knife is gliding through the wood. It's very sharp. So right now, any shortcomings, you're going to be looking at operator error. It'll take me just a moment to get in the groove there to hold that knife at the proper angle. There we go. I think I'm starting to get her lined out. Now, I do prefer a plain edge, and as I once had stated, I did a video. Junkyard Fox was having some real issues with patrol, and I did a video, just a message to James, and I let him know that it was because his videos and him using this, I actually gave this knife a chance. And normally I do not do serrations, but as you can see, we have no trouble getting us some feathers going. All right, let's move on to the next test. Okay, guys, part and parcel to the Outhouse reviews. We still got a little chunk of this old ugly stick left here. So we're going to try to just start hogging off some pieces of wood. And this, like I said, is a little different, but you just give me a second. Now I'll get into the groove of that chisel grind. Because the angle I have to hold this is a little different, so don't try to dig in super deep. But that's just due to the fact I'm not quite used to the chisel ground. However, as you can see, that's cutting just fine. So that's not too hateful. And also, too, this doesn't have quite as an acute tip as a lot of knives do, but it's not like the worst, and it's just made that way. I did find the way that tip is made, it actually does pretty good if you are doing like a draw cut. The way that is made actually works quite well for that. All right, on to the next one. Real fast, I do also want to use a saw here, demonstrate that saw, and that is definitely a big win, my personal opinion, of most Victorinox knives. I really like their saws. I'm almost putting virtually no down pressure. I'm letting the saw kind of do the work there, just a slightest bit of down pressure on that, and not a problem. I wish I had a bigger hunk of wood in here to show you guys, but I didn't plan that far ahead, but maybe in another video. But since I got this out, show off that hard 90-degree spine on this. Some of these little fine dusty shavings there is really handy for stubborn fires. You get a nice little hunk of these about the size of a 50-cent piece, and especially if you're using spark ignition. You get if I can get this guy to focus here for us. Yeah, this stuff here is super fine, and it will go up like nothing. It's almost like a powdered near it. Okay, now that's done, let's move on to another test real quick. This next one here, I think we're just going to use the awl, as this is definitely a handy tool to have in the woods. And also, you can use this obviously if you have to put holes in like leather or such. But definitely handy to be able to put a hole through some wood. You can make wooden dowels, kind of use them like nails, or maybe you just need to put a string through a piece of wood for a certain reason. It's all kinds of bushcraft kind of tasks that an awl is definitely quite handy for. Works like it says on the tin. We got more, plenty more. And I'm trying to keep, saving some of this in here for cut and test. But let's go ahead and hit this piece of cardboard here. Try to see if we can get some little shavings here. I'm getting them. It's just a little tricky to keep them on the main piece here. So we try the serrated part. As you can see, that's a really clean cut, even though that was a serrated blade. Not a problem. Right quick. Find a decent spot here. And I'll even come back here. We'll try to get just that flat part. That's from the plain chisel. And these here are from the serrated. Now, I'll be the first to tell you that no, this isn't a super steel. It's a stainless steel, and it's actually not a super high-end steel. However, they take an edge pretty decent, and they're fairly easy to keep them managed in the field and hone them. Also, a good part about that metal is it's pretty decent stainless steel. I mean, it's you can keep these in a kit or in your pocket. As long as they stay fairly decently dry, you shouldn't have to worry about any kind of corrosion much. I've had this one for several years now, and it's also just kept right in my Fat Max pack for emergency backup folder. And as you can see, it's still virtually mirror polish. Well, everybody, I sure hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, this is a fantastic knife. It's a really handy thing to have in an emergency situation, survival situation, whether you're just prepping, bushcrafting, or just to own in general, just for general use. It's a very nice knife. It is pretty decent size. However, it's not super heavy. It's got a really good weight for its size, and it is quite durable. There is millions and millions of Victorinox owners that will attest to the quality of these, and this one specifically. And with that, again, everybody, please go to James's channel at Junkyard Fox. Show him some love. He's, like I said, he's going through a lot right now, because if his hand doesn't heal right and he's not able to use his hand, it will detrimentally affect his future, and it'll even really affect his ability to make videos. And I really like to see as many people as you can. I mean, you don't have to go and give the man money. If you can, that's fantastic. He definitely could use it right now. But like I said, to really support him, all you got to do is go to his channel, watch a bunch of videos, leave some likes, leave some comments. That way, that builds up and he can get some revenue from YouTube that way. That would really help that man out. And he's a really good dude. He's one of my favorites on the, bushcraft and survival scene. Been watching him just about since he started his channel. I really like the guy, and I really like to see as many people as possible go over and show him some love. With that, I thank each and every one of you very much for spending the time with me to watch this video, and I will see you all in another video.